They have just tried to bar President Trump from the Colorado ballot using an unconstitutional maneuver that is a bastardization of the 14th Amendment to our U.S. Constitution. This was a provision, Section 3, that was designed to bar Confederate members, people who switched to the Confederacy, from actually being able to serve. That's very different than what's at issue here, to say the least. This is a hollowed out husk of what the country was built on. The basic principle that we, the people, select our leadership, not the unelected elite class in the back of palace halls. That's old world Europe, not the United States. That's why I'm making a pledge today that I will withdraw, I pledge to withdraw from the Colorado GOP primary ballot unless and until Trump's name is restored. And I demand that Ron DeSantis and Chris Christie and Nikki Haley do the same thing, or else these Republicans are simply complicit in this unconstitutional attack on the way we conduct our constitutional republic. I refuse to be complicit in that. I think what they're doing is wrong, and I think it's up to Republicans to step up and stand up with a spine for our country's future. That's really what's at stake, whether we, the people, actually have a say in deciding who leads this country. Yes, it would be easier for other Republicans like me who are running in this race to say, hey, if Trump is sidelined, there's our opportunity. No doubt other candidates are probably privately celebrating with their corporate sponsors. That's not the right thing to do. I think the most useful thing that every GOP candidate can do right now is to join me in that pledge. I'll say that I will withdraw from that Colorado GOP primary ballot until Trump's name is restored. This belongs to the people, not to the unelected Democratic cabal of judges in Colorado or any other state. And I demand that Ron DeSantis and Nikki Haley and Chris Christie do the same thing, or else they're complicit in what this security state is trying to do to shut down Trump. I stand by that, and I expect them to do the right thing.
What a stand-up guy Vivek Ramaswamy is. Shout out to him. This Colorado Supreme Court, out of 7 justices on Colorado State Supreme Court, 4 out of these 7 justices, 4 rogue justices, decided to carry out a gross misinterpretation of the Constitution. They cited the 14th Amendment, and there is a section in the 14th Amendment that states if anyone participates in an insurrection, they shall not be able to hold office. But Trump didn't participate in any insurrection, nor did he inspire one. We've all seen the January 6th actual footage. If you haven't seen it, I'll play a little brief clip. And I'm not going to go too much on January 6th for this video, but does that look like an insurrection to you? Does that look like people were, attacking the Capitol or destroying democracy, as the left has told us they've done so many times over the past, 2 years since that? Almost 3 years now. But for the past almost 3 years, we've been told that these January 6th rioters committed one of the worst insurrections in history. This was worse than 9/11, all kinds of just absolutely goofy rhetoric. Here you have the Q shaman holding an American flag walking through the Capitol. Like I said, I don't want to make this video too focused on the insurrection itself. This video is simply about what the rogue Colorado Supreme Court decided to do. And it's absolutely disgusting that this is the United States of America right now. Donald Trump did not incite an insurrection, nor did he participate in any insurrection. And there have actually been several states to try to get Trump off the ballot for the March 5th, I think, Super Tuesday. Yeah, Super Tuesday is on March 5th. But we should not be surprised. We know that Trump is on the right side of history. We know that Trump is their greatest fear. We know this. We've been knowing this since 2015. It's nothing new. And many may wonder, how did this happen? How did this happen in Colorado? Well, I'll tell you how it happened. Colorado is a state that used to be a reliably Republican state for many, many election cycles prior to 2004. This map that I created was actually 2 maps side by side. It compares 2004 Bush versus Kennedy versus 2020 Biden versus Trump. And if you see those arrows point to the Denver metropolitan area. And you can see in 2004, it was actually quite mixed. It was red and blue, but it wasn't a super red area and it wasn't a super blue area. But now it's very blue. You see how the blue wave has just spread throughout the Denver suburbs. Jefferson County, the kind of elongated county, went from red to blue. The county south of Adams County, which is Arapahoe, is now blue. And several counties in the state used to be deep red. Now they're a shade of red lighter, or 2 shades lighter. And this is what happens when the white liberals move in from neighboring states. And of course, California alone has probably sent hundreds of thousands of people to the Denver metropolitan area over the past 20 years. And they bring their voting habits with them. So they get these rogue Supreme Court justices who interpret the Constitution however they want to. This is what happens when your state grows rapidly and you don't really have a moratorium on growth and pay attention to who's coming into your state. They bring the same blue no matter who policies into your state. And it's an absolutely gorgeous state. I love Colorado. I've been skiing there twice. Beautiful state. Absolutely beautiful. When I was last out there years ago, one of the locals said the billionaires are moving in, kicking out the millionaires. It is a highly sought after state by the elites. They love it. Places like Aspen, they have ski resorts all the way down I-70 from Denver out to, the deep mountain parts of the country. Vail, Keystone, Snowmass, Aspen, etc. And we know Nikki Haley is looking forward to this. Nikki Haley is licking her chops. I doubt that she would sit it out like Vivek pledged to do, because we know who's backing Nikki Haley. We know that Nikki Haley is just lusting for the opportunity to be in that position. But I do believe that the Supreme Court is going to do the right decision. They're going to make the right decision. Trump has appealed to the Supreme Court, and there's no guarantee they'll take the case up, but I reckon they will. And the Colorado Supreme Court has put the ruling off from taking effect until January. I think January 4th is the date, because they wanted to see if Trump was going to appeal it, and of course he did. So let's keep our fingers crossed. This is a marathon. We know what these people are after. We know they're not going to go down quietly. We know they're not going to go down without a fight. Power is not given, it is taken. Always remember that. Y'all, thanks for watching. Subscribe, follow, share. Peace.